Hey team, Creedmoor with the Bullish Bears, here to give you another educational video. Today on Power Hour Trading. What is it? How can we utilize it? And what should we look for? Alrighty, let's go ahead and get this onto a little bit of a larger time frame to understand. Okay, bring ourselves on the hourly chart here. First things first, what is Power Hour? Power Hour typically is a time that is the last hour of trading for the market. Why is this called Power Hour? Well, this is the last chance that many traders have to get into and or out of positions, be they day trades, long trades, leaps, or whatever the trade itself may be. Now, you may have noticed in your trading that typically the first 30 minutes to hour we get an influx in the market, and you should notice this last hour to 30 minutes of the trading day we start to get an influx into our trading session, again with the high volatility of people getting in and out of trades, again for longs, shorts, being them going for whatever trade under the sun. But how does this help you? Well, in knowing that in that last hour of the day that you're going to see more volatility or more liquidity, then this is going to allow you to get in and out of positions with greater ease. It also allows you to analyze the data from almost all of today's trading session to make a better, well-educated trade plan and trade overall. What do I mean by a more educated trade plan? As we know with trading, everything is, at the end of the day, a well educated assumption of what will happen. If you are looking to exit your trade, then you expected to see an approximate ATR range, an expected level, something of that nature to get in and out of your trades. Well, if you're doing a swing trade, you want to have as much data as you can to effectively place a trade for an extended period of time, even if that's over just one night. So, having that little bit more data than the next person is going to allow you to formulate a better trade plan. If and only if XYZ occurs, then I will get in this trade for XYZ amount of time, so on and so forth. Alrighty, on this hourly, we can see here that for most of the day, we had a down move and then we plopped our move back up. Now we did have PMI numbers and several other things, but this right here shows us what we could expect so far. We had a huge sell-off and then a recovery. What would we look for the next day? Well, if we look back in the charts with similar history, a little similar right in here, but we can see that we are at a strategic resistance area here. This power hour session, if we are printing close and or above that resistance area, then that warrants us to get into a trade for a bullish condition based on the principle that we printed above a resistance level. If we printed below the level close to the close, then we would look for a downward position, being on the assumption of a rejection of that level. With that being said, you want to take everything into account when you're looking at your trade. So let's go on to a little bit lower time frame here. We're going to bring this on the 5-minute chart. There we go. We can see our long pull up and we can kind of see a bit of sideways choppy action. It looks a bit boring right now in here, but the interesting part is bringing up your time and sales. How many people are consistently getting into the trades right now? What kind of movement are we seeing? Are we seeing more bearish or bullish movement for the current market session? Right now towards the close, we're getting a bit more bearish. We are in the last 15 minutes here and it's starting to stay below the 26994 area. If you were planning a bullish position, well, you wouldn't have quite made the mark, so to say, to enter that trade for a bullish position, as we are not above a resistance area. We are below a resistance area, and given the market conditions and tomorrow being Friday, we could warrant the idea to place a trade to the downside, thus utilizing this information from the power hour session to achieve our trading goals. The power hour session is a vital tool to any trader, especially a swing trader. This is going to give you the most accurate, up-to-date information to place your trades for the foreseeable sessions. If you're a day trader, then you can try and capture on that last minute volatility. Being typically that the range is not as much as in the morning sessions here, you can still suspect a move one way or the other as we go. You can see here the power hour session faded off a little bit or went down for those that don't know what faded means. Fading is just typically when a price goes down and you start to get a lot of chop and it starts to, for lack of a better term, die into the close. You can see right in here, the last 10-15 minutes, it was very flat. We're starting to see the same thing right in here. So if you're able to capture that last hour right in here of volatility, you can net yourself a nice little move depending on your sizing. Now this is great for across any ticker. The best thing to do is look at your bread and butter list. If you do not know what a bread and butter list, that's your top 10 to 15 tickers that you just really love and are really comfortable with. Look and see how they typically react around certain resistance and support levels around the power hour session. Again, the power hour session is the last hour of the cash session for trading, 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time US. Now, that's pretty much what encompasses power hour trading. You know what you're looking for, you know what to look for in the stock, and you're able to see, does this or does this not fit my trade plan? You need to be able to utilize level 2 information and the time and sales information. All of these principles come, or all of these components come together to form your trade plan. And in having a good solid trade plan, you yourself can make a better, well-educated decision. And at the end of the day, this is a profession of high probability, not assumption and guessing. You want the highest probability move, and the best way to get the highest probability move is using as much information as you can reasonably comprehend and placing that into your trade plan, then taking your highest probability trade. Alrighty, everyone, this has been Creedmoor with the Bullish Bear, giving you a little bit more information on the end of day trading or the power hour session. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, suggestions, please send us an email at bbteam@bullishbears.com. Alrighty, well, as always, remember, your trades are in the history, and I'll see you around.